Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the Monster Hunter Freedom Let's Play series. Today's quest is the infamous Troublesome Pair quest, which is the Rathalos and Rathian in the Forest and Hills. And I've been asked to use a lance, and so I am. It's the Ogre Tusk with a Rathalos Soul base set, which is giving me Sharp Ink and Earplug. I've also got a couple of Torso Ink parts in there, and Spectre's Whim, which is the skill which means that my pickaxes and bug nets break more easily. Given that neither of those two are integral to my tactics today, I think we should be okay, personally. But we'll see. Obviously there's no gemming in this game, which is why I haven't gemmed it out. Now, I have been asked to use a lance against these two. My initial impressions of using a lance against Rathalos are they're about as much fun actually as sliding down a water slide lined with razor blades and landing in a pool of lemon juice at the bottom. Lance's attacks are slower, the input delays aren't very good, which means that you need to commit to a second stab before you're sure that the first one has been landed safely. It does less damage than the lance in Monster Hunter Freedom on PlayStation 2, and there's that tricky aspect of the maneuverability, which is that you can only do one sidestep rather than like 3 linked together as you could in later games. Rathalos also has a lot of attacks that use wind pressure, which means that you're going to get bumped around because the only attack that you have, which gets past the wind pressure, that was cool, is the charge attack, and charge attack is of course rubbish for doing any respectable damage. Plus the fact that Rathalos likes to spend most of the quest in the air. Not a particularly good setup, but we'll soldier on and see how we go. And there's pretty good demonstration of how you're not very safe. You can either do one attack safely, or do 2 attacks. Oh, sorry, I thought I was out of the way of that. Or do 2 attacks and risk getting bitten or insta-charged. Oh, I thought he was going to roar there. Nope. If you block the attack full on instead of side on as well, then you end up having to block twice, so the attack actually hits twice, which means that if you don't have 100 stamina, you're going to get yourself nice and owned. Yikes, that explosion was big. Ooh, I should probably heal about now. And here's the extra really fun part about this, is that Rathalos loves to do the world tour. He's not actually going to even try and hit me. He's not going to do a dive bomb. He's not going to do anything apart from fly around in a circle a couple of times. It doesn't do anything. It just eats up time. It's kind of annoying. Now, ideally, if you're going to do Rathalos, you'd use a hammer or you'd use a sword and shield. Greatsword as well would be fine, although there's no greatsword charging in this game. It's just the infinite combo, but basically anything apart from lance, at least until you get access to the wind pressure skills. Oh, I thought it was going to get a stagger there. Nope, it must be this hit coming. So as you can see, if you're playing it safe, it's not a massively difficult fight, it's just a really aggravating one. Drat, I should have just gone for a single stab there and then back hopped, but that's okay. Now, as I'm sure you can see if you pause that, the hitbox on those fireballs is a little bit large. Used them already, that's good. Is he dead? Oh, well there you go. Dead in 3 minutes 50 something. That was... everything went better than expected on that. Ha ha ha! Here's the kicker. Rathian is in Area 9. just because I'm just such a nice charitable guy. I'm going to show you guys what Area 9 is like. Do not try this at home. It will lead to rage quitting, insta rage quitting, and all sorts of other assorted malarkey. This is the default camera view that I'm using now, and I can't see a thing. I cannot tell. There's very little depth perception when the camera is this close. I can't actually see how far my stabs are in front of me. Yeah, as you saw there, I'm not sure if you could hear, but I was pushing the circle button as quickly as I could to do another stab, but there was quite a long input, there was quite a long delay on it, which is it's not really good. Is she going to charge? Yep, she's going to charge. Please be leaving Area 9, I would really quite like that. At least Rathian has a pretty consistent opening, which is her fireball. Oh dear. So as you can see, it's actually quite hard to see what. Okay. It's actually quite hard to see whether those attacks are going to hit, especially when you're going for sort of this little side edge of the triple stab. And what's actually more annoying than a than a insta charge sometimes is the delayed insta charge, when she sort of walks on the spot for a bit, then she's like, actually no, I will triple charge. Thanks for asking. Looks like she's leaving, which is good. Going to 4. We can deal with zone 4. Let's deal with zone 4. As a serious thing though, I remember that when I was first playing through this game several years ago, I would refuse to fight anything bigger than a Kutku in that zone, just because it is so frustrating. The visibility is so poor. I can't understand why it's so bad compared to the other zones. This one doesn't seem to want a fireball very much, does it? That was not particularly well performed either. I'm still getting used to the fact that when you evade, it's relative to where you are the camera rather than which direction you push. Oh, how I hate the tail whips. There we go. Alright, I didn't actually see how long that was. I think it was about 8 and a bit minutes. But this was, yeah, Troublesome Pair with the Lance. Sorry if it wasn't particularly, the commentary was a little bit negative. I've done a few runs on this already, and unfortunately most of them involved killing the Rathalos after a few minutes, trying not to swear when it World Toured all the time, and then getting butchered by Rathian in Area 9. So you'll have to excuse the sort of cynicism and negativity on this one. Next quest will be episode 5, which is Monoblos, which is the 6-star urgent. Then after Monoblos, we will have a crack at, what was it? Wyverns of Land and Sky, I believe. So yeah, this was the quest. I hope it was enjoyable to watch, hope you had fun. And you guys are apparently quite keen for a Fatalis quest, and so I can oblige you on that. If you could just let me know in the comments whether you would rather see the regular, so the black Fatalis, or the crimson Fatalis. That would be great. There's no white Fatalis in this game. And you fight the Crimson Fatalis in the Battleground, which is the fiery volcano part of the zone, like a Kantor, and you fight Black Fatalis in Castle Charade. So either one is fine, just let me know and we will see what we can do. Alright. And don't be surprised if you never see me using a lance again in these. Alright guys, I don't think there's anything else to cover. This was the Troublesome Pair quest with the lance. Hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you for episode 5. Mazereon out.